No, if Sasuke gave a whole speech about not giving up and did the same thing, you'd be like, oh, that makes sense. I didn't get dolled up for this video, you got dolled up for this video. We all have favorite anime characters. You can say yours. Hopefully it's not Hisoka, that would be weird. I don't get how people like that character. But a character that you might not get that I like is Sasuke Uchiha. The most loved / hated character in all of anime. It feels like no one feels meh towards him. It's either you don't like him or you like. I'm more towards the boat of liking the character. I feel like Sasuke gets a lot of unjust hate for, I wouldn't say no reason, there are reasons that he gets hate, but he's such a cool character and a lot of people I feel misinterpret the things he does and says, and a lot of the times people just hate on him just to hate on him. Like it straight up just, there are some things that people say about him that I'm like, no, that's just, no. So I'm basically gonna sit here for a long ass time and talk about things that you think about Sasuke that are wrong. I want to go over the most important parts first and then leave the more lesser important parts towards the end. I feel like more of Sasuke's direct character attack is much more important than does he win against Danzo if Danzo doesn't kill himself? Which, spoiler alert, yes! Danzo was running away from him. Of course you know what? That's the last one. I'm gonna get to that later. Okay, number one, the biggest misconception that I see, and I see this one constantly, where people think that Sasuke genuinely does not care about Sakura or Naruto and never has, and that's just blatantly false. Sasuke has almost always cared about Naruto and Sakura, barring when he was grieving around the time of the 5 Kage Summit. People use that time to show that, oh look, Sasuke's cold-hearted and he doesn't care about these people at all and he's willing to kill them. Sasuke is grieving. And keep in mind, a very mentally unstable person that has gone through so much trauma that it could make 10 people kill themselves, that was him grieving. But I don't want to get too far ahead to myself to Shippuden, so let's talk about OG Naruto only. In OG Naruto, I have a laundry list of things written down that prove that Sasuke deeply cared for not only Naruto but also Sakura, which include Sasuke risking his life for Naruto against Haku, which he did, and keep in mind, he was willing to give up on his dream to kill his brother and pass it on to his friend Naruto, meaning he cares deeply for him and trusts him. But besides that, we've got Sasuke breaking the Sound Ninja's arm for the sake of Sakura. He picked the guy that he broke the arm of specifically because he hurt Sakura. Then we've got later on in the Konoha Crush arc, that's what it's called? Yeah, I'm a Naruto fan. Konoha Crush arc, where Sasuke was fighting Gaara and was genuinely angry that he couldn't beat him and had to rely on Naruto because he couldn't protect Sakura. Specifically saying, Naruto, make sure you protect Sakura.
俺の目の前で大切な仲間が死ぬのは見たくない。
サスケ、お前。
ここで終わるなら、俺はそこまでのやつだったってことだ。桜担いでさっさと。
And I feel like the biggest one that goes way overlooked in almost everyone's analysis of Sasuke, which is one of my favorite Sasuke moments almost ever, when Sasuke is leaving the village and Sakura confronts him. He doesn't do the usual song and dance of calling Sakura a loser or telling her to fuck off or whatever. He says thank you and means it. And then when he knocks her out, because he has to, because Sakura is going hysterical, he lays her down on a park bench softly, he doesn't leave her on the ground. Sasuke cares for Sakura, and the reason he said thank you is because he recognizes that Team 7 is his new family, which leads me to why Sasuke left, where most people are here saying that, well, most people say this for a reason. Like I said, the hate for Sasuke does come from somewhere, but people never try to look past their dislike for the character. Meaning that the reason Sasuke left the village is obviously to gain more power while working with Orochimaru to kill Itachi. That is the reason he left. But then there's the undertone of he also left to protect Team 7. Let me explain myself. So before this, Sasuke just met Itachi while Itachi was trying to kill Naruto. Well, not kill Naruto, he was trying to kidnap Naruto. Point is, Sasuke knows that Itachi is after Naruto. So, to me, it would make sense that if Sasuke's only goal was to go and get Itachi, he would stay with Team 7 because he knows that Itachi's going to attack Naruto, therefore he's going to attack Team 7, or leave but not sever any connection he has with Naruto, because once he gets stronger, he can just come back to Naruto and just use Naruto as bait for Itachi. I feel like the reason he didn't do any of this is because he considers Naruto, Sakura, and Kakashi as his new family. So he decided that instead of being hurt again and having these people be taken away from me again, I'm going to sever all ties to these people because I genuinely consider them my new family. And that is, I think, a big reason why Sasuke left, in order to protect himself and his newly found family. Now, I know that Sasuke didn't leave solely because of these moral reasons. A lot of it was because he was just plain out jealous of Naruto that was growing a lot stronger than he was, and he also just wanted to go kill Itachi. But these underlying tones were set where Sasuke does care about these people, and it's only proved even further that while he's leaving, he doesn't kill Naruto, because A, he doesn't want to gain power like Itachi does, and B, he considers Naruto his brother. He doesn't want to lose any more family. That's the whole reason he wants to kill Itachi, because he's angry over the loss of his family. It would be counterintuitive to kill his newly found family. So yeah, I think a lot of the things Sasuke says is a lot of just bravado, and a lot of the underlying things that he does, and or, you know, he sprinkles in a bit of truths, and it could lead you to believe that he has more moral intentions. And that's why I like the character so much. He doesn't flat out tell you what he's feeling or what he's thinking like Naruto does. If Naruto's angry, he will shout, "I am angry." If Sasuke is angry, he will make a plain face and do practically nothing. Like, it's harder to dissect what he's feeling, therefore he seems more interesting to me, because you have to think more to understand the character. Now, moving on from the whole idea that Sasuke doesn't care or never cared about Naruto and Sakura, which it's just, I think, is untrue for all the reasons previously stated. There's also the big misconception that Naruto, what is wrong? That Sasuke is a bad father. No, he is not. Let me explain why he's not a bad dad. Or husband. Now, a lot of people argue that, as opposed to Naruto, Sasuke at one point actually did have a family, so he should know how a family dynamic would go down, because he's had the experience. He does remember him being in his clan with his mom and his dad and his brother. Now, to that I argue, his family, when he did have one, was highly dysfunctional. Sure, Sasuke's mom was very supportive and very talkative, but almost all of the men in Sasuke's family were emotionally unavailable. I mean, for crying out loud, Fugaku didn't want to go to his preschool graduation, I think it was the equivalent of a preschool graduation. He just didn't want to. He was much more interested in just furthering the future of his clan, which also isn't a bad thing, but it shows you how absent he is from just Sasuke's life, as well as that whole thing in the anime that we got where Sasuke was trying to learn a fireball, and only after he created a fireball the size of a small building did Fugaku even crack a fucking smile. Like, that's the type of father, like, role model he had growing up. And then his brother was out all the time, made false promises to him. Itachi did care about Sasuke, but he didn't show it. Sasuke was continuously seeking approval from the male role models in his life, up until one of those role models went and killed everyone he knew and made him watch it over and over and over again. You would think that amount of trauma, coupled alongside with only knowing the role model of absent father, would lead you to be an absent father. All this to say, it's not an excuse to say that, oh, Sasuke's not a bad dad because bad things happen to him. Sasuke is an absent-minded parent because that is all he knows. But the difference between him and Fugaku is that Sasuke makes an effort. When he sees something that he can improve on, he will try to do it as best as he can, which Fugaku didn't. There were clear people like Itachi and like Sasuke's mother that told Fugaku what to do with Sasuke, and he blatantly ignored them because he cared about the clan more. Sasuke doesn't care about anything more than Sarada and Sakura. He cares about the village, he cares about Naruto, but those two are his priority. Sasuke has lived his entire life in isolation, so that is all he knows. Even after his family was murdered and he went through all of this trauma, he lived in his village, a ghost town, by himself. He only knows the quiet of being alone. He doesn't understand how to be a better husband or father. But when he's presented with this information, he does try to do better. Case in point, Sasuke Retsudan, where Sasuke learns that giving a spouse a ring is a sign of endearment. So then he actively, which in one of the cutest moments ever, tries to give Sakura a ring, where Sakura doesn't care about that kind of stuff because Sakura knows how Sasuke is. And the point here is that some people will say, oh, he's a piece of shit because it took him like, what? How long has it been? Like 8 years? How long is Sasuke Retsudan since the end of Shippuden? Holy shit, dude. 16 years. But like, yeah, some people will say, oh, he's a piece of shit. It's been 16 years and he hasn't given her a ring. It's because he didn't know that he was supposed to do that. Like, who was gonna tell him? His dead dad that also wouldn't have told him if he was alive? Like, but once he figured it out, and once he understood that that's something that people do, he wanted to do that for his wife because he cares about his wife and his kid. He will do his best to provide for them. And what he doesn't know, he doesn't know. This is not only proven with Sakura and Sasuke Retsudan, but it's also proven in chapter 80 of Boruto, where Sasuke believed his daughter above his view of his own reality. If you don't know, Ida has this ability where she has basically omnipotence and can make it so the people around her believe a reality she creates. So beforehand, the reality was that everyone was in love with her. And now the reality is that Boruto and Kawaki switch places, so everyone thinks Kawaki is the son of the Hokage, and everyone thinks everyone thinks Boruto is the outsider that killed the Hokage and his wife, including Sasuke. The only people that do not believe this new set reality by Ida is Otsutsukis like Boruto and Kawaki, and we don't know yet, people that are in love with Boruto, because the only other two people that aren't Otsutskis that do not believe in this new reality is Sarada and the class rep. So Sarada explains to Sasuke that this isn't right and Boruto isn't who you think he is. And Sasuke has no reason to believe her, but he does, because he loves his daughter and he trusts in his daughter. Not only that, but I do feel like this was a self-reflection moment for Sasuke, because in Sarada pleading to him, he reflected on how he wishes that Itachi would have trusted him with the secrets of the Uchiha and trusted him with the truth that happened after the massacre. So Sasuke now in a position where he feels like he can do what Itachi couldn't and trust in his family above all else, made the call to trust in Sarada, which was beautiful and made him Father of the Year. So you cannot, I do not see the argument where Sasuke is a bad husband and a bad father. Maybe by you and me standards, yes, but by his standards, the ones where he doesn't know any better and tries when he learns, I feel like he is doing the best he can. I feel like calling Sasuke a bad father is like me losing both of my legs in an accident and then like only working out upper chest and then somebody coming along and being like, dude, your legs are pretty weak. It's like, I know, I can't train them. That might have been a really weak analogy. The whole point being is that things happened to me in the past that made it so I cannot be good at a certain thing here in the present. But I'm still trying, because, you know, if you lose your legs and you still go to the gym and work out upper body, you're still trying as hard as you can. But you can't work out legs. Maybe that was like a really bad analogy. Let's move on. Okay. Final thing that you might misinterpret about Sasuke. The fights. This is the last thing. I said I would get to this in the beginning of the video, and here it is. Sasuke wins fights. I know, crazy, but everyone on the internet that doesn't like Sasuke just swears to everything that Sasuke has never won a fight, at least never won fairly. And it's like, no. One, Sasuke won against Naruto in the OG Naruto in the fight in the Final Valley. And people will say, well, he cheated. And if Sasuke's cheating, what is Naruto doing? Like, one, when they were fighting and Sasuke activated the 3-tome Sharingan, I think Naruto was already using Tailed Beast Chakra. And the 3-tome Sharingan is native to Sasuke. That is all him. And he started beating the shit out of Naruto. Naruto only got the upper hand when he accessed more Nine-Tails Chakra, to which Sasuke responded with accessing Sage Chakra from Orochimaru's curse mark. They were both cheating. Sasuke just did it better. In my definition, that's called winning. Honestly, I'd argue that Naruto was cheating more, because at any point, bro, like if he pulled out one more tail, it would be a complete wash. So, you know, past that, this is like the real controversial one. The Deidara fight. Sasuke beat Deidara. Every time. Sasuke beat him because Sasuke is better. That is why Sasuke beat Deidara. Now, people say that Sasuke wouldn't beat Deidara because Sasuke was supposed to be out of chakra when Deidara did the self-explosion thing. To which that I reply, right? Deidara was crazy enough. One, he was tired, and two, he was out of his mind enough to unalive himself. Do you think someone willing to blow themselves up has enough stable mental capacity to assess if someone else is tired? No. Dude, as soon as I get tired in sparring, I'm not worried about the other guy at all. I'm worried about how I'm going to keep breathing. But regardless, if you think that an Akatsuki member could not possibly mess up and gauge someone's chakra in a wrong way, even before this happened, Sasuke was outsmarting Deidara the entire time. At one point, he jumped up into the sky where Deidara couldn't see. I think he put Deidara in Genjutsu, or thought he put Deidara in Genjutsu. It's a complicated fight. Point being, Sasuke stabbed him through the chest. And when Sasuke stabbed him through the chest, he said out loud, "I missed your vital points on purpose. Tell me where Itachi is." Now, obviously, he didn't actually stab Deidara through the chest. There was it was some sort of clay clone, and Deidara was somewhere else. But this goes to show that during the entire fight, Sasuke wasn't trying to kill Deidara. He wanted information from him. It's funny to me how in the Itachi fight, people scale Itachi way higher than Kabuto when Itachi fought Snake Sage Mode Kabuto. People scale Itachi way higher than Kabuto because during that fight, Itachi wasn't trying to kill Kabuto. Yet they never show that same courtesy to Sasuke because during most of the Deidara fight, Sasuke was not trying to kill Deidara. He wanted to know where Itachi was. So having all of this information together, I feel like Sasuke wins against Deidara almost every time. Because if Sasuke was trying to kill Deidara from the jump, I believe he would have done it much quicker. And I think Deidara just straight up messed up and said that Sasuke had no chakra when he did. You wanna know why I think that? Because Sasuke never said he didn't have chakra. And he did the thing! We saw him do it. It's crazy to me how when Naruto runs out of chakra and gets the shit kicked out of him for like 2 episodes straight and then gets back up and goes, "Well, I'm never gonna give up because this is my ninja way," and then suddenly has chakra, we're like, oh, that makes sense. But when Sasuke does the same thing, but doesn't just yell, "I'm never gonna give up," we're like, oh, that makes no sense. It's like, they're the same thing. When someone like tells Asta, it's like, "You're out of power, you can't get back up," and then Asta goes, my magic is never giving up," and gets back up when all of his bones are broken. It's the same thing. It's just willpower. It's just they willed more strength into existence. That's exactly what Sasuke did. He just didn't yell at the top of his lungs, "I'm never gonna give up and you can't stop me." He just did the thing quietly, which is why I think people are like, "Well, that's bullshit. He was supposed to be out of chakra." No, if Sasuke gave a whole speech about not giving up and did the same thing, you'd be like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, before I get too heated, let's go on to the next fight. Okay, this one should be quick. Sasuke v Danzo was a wash. Sasuke beat the shit out of Danzo. And if you think that Danzo would have survived if he hadn't killed himself, I'm just gonna play a clip to show you why. Like, look, Sasuke was chasing him with a smile on his face while Danzo was bleeding out and limping away. I don't see many different ways that could play out that do not include Danzo dying. And then before I end the segment, there's the caveat of Sasuke did get completely rocked by Killer B. I can't defend that one. You Sasuke haters have me there. He got that was mega plot armor that he survived that fight. He was donezo there. And then also the fight with Itachi. Itachi was holding back like drastically, and Sasuke would have gotten mollywopped if Itachi just tried. So you also have me there. But before I close out this segment, I do want to add one more thing that wasn't really a Sasuke fight, but it's something that people use to scale Sasuke that they really shouldn't. The thing where Madara stabbed Sasuke through the chest. Madara is always fucking cheating.
L excuses, right hand on the Bible. God can strike me down if I'm lying. That motherfucker's cheating!
Okay, let me explain, right? Madara had no eyes. And Sasuke, like, came up behind him, I think on his eagle summon, jumped up where he thought he couldn't see him, and then tried to attack him, and then Madara just turned around and stabbed him through the chest. Now you might be saying, oh, Madara with no eyes was able to take down EMS Sasuke just like that? Well, that is so disingenuous, because while Madara did that, he had full perfect Sage Mode Hashirama grafted onto him. Meaning he had Uchiha cells and Hashirama cells with perfected Sage Mode, and then he stabbed Sasuke through the chest. He wasn't blind, he had Sage Mode, he could see everything, and he's essentially superhuman, because not only is he Madara fucking Uchiha, he is now Hashirama, the perfect sage. Yes, EMS Sasuke dies to that. Everyone in the show at that point dies to that. Like, that is not a fair scaling. People just scale it as, well, blind Madara can take down EMS Sasuke. No, he can't. That Madara was not blind. He was cheating. That's what he was. Okay, cope session over. I'm gonna have to close out this video because it's getting way too long. If you couldn't tell, I really love Sasuke. I hope this video cleared up some misconceptions you have about Sasuke and made you look at him in a slightly better light. I know it's very hard to change people's opinions on the internet, but if I could make you like him just a little bit more, I think I won. Alright, so I hope you do not shit on my favorite character in the comment section, and I also hope that you had a good morning.